out this morning, see if we can find us a buck. And it is cold this morning. I don't know if you can see, but breath is coming out, and I'm chilled. It's really freaking cold. The tent last night was great. Stayed waterproof. Everything is covered in dew. I mean, it almost looks like it rained. It's so wet. Heard all kinds of critters crawling all over the place during the night. At one point, about 3 a.m., I thought something was in the bed of the truck, actually eating my food or something. I mean, food was in the truck, but there's a couple boxes in there that have got other stuff in them. I thought something was in there rummaging around. So I jumped up out of bed really quick and grabbed my gun and headed out there. Kind of forgot sound carries in the country. He was in the barn. He wasn't hurting a thing. So I kind of laughed at myself. I hear movement. Got my shooting stick, just in case I do see something. I got a buck down. I don't really need to shoot anything, but you never know. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna find that buck, and then we're gonna dress him out and hunt this afternoon. It's gonna happen. I can feel it. It's the Lord's day. Well, it's been about an hour. Haven't found anything yet. I busted out the GPS, and I've resorted to just traipsing through the woods. The GPS will keep me from going in circles. But as you can see, it's pretty darn thick. So, even with the GPS, it's pretty easy to lose track of where you are. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, the law says to make best efforts. I think this is about as best effort as it gets. Short of hiring some guy with dogs out here, but I ain't doing that. So, we'll see. Alright, so we've come a long ways. Let me zoom out on my GPS, I'll show you. There's what the GPS looks like. That doesn't seem like a lot, but I've been hiking for 45 minutes to an hour. I figured I'd give you a taste of this. Show you what it feels like to hike through this crap. The camera's probably going to be really shaky while I'm doing it. But honestly, my head's shaky because I'm having to do this. So, I'll take you along, show you what it's like. So these stickers and brambles and bushes and stuff, they grab onto everything. My jeans are thrashed right now. And of course I'm worried about snakes too. I'll tell you what, this shooting stick that I'm using as a walking stick. And look at that dude. That's the kind of crap I've been dealing with. Anyways, the shooting stick is awesome. I'm using it as a walking stick. I crossed a stream a minute ago, and I extended it all the way and put the foot right in the middle of the stream, the foot of the walking stick in the middle of the stream, and got through it just fine. Not wet at all. If I had jumped it, I probably would have got wet. So, it's pretty cool in here, but not something I want to be doing, looking for that buck. And now this thing is too deep to jump to. I ain't jumping that. So we'll go around so we can find a spot. GPS says I'm way off from where I started. But that's okay. I'll turn back around when I cross this. Okay. Took down a whole bush for that one. Sometimes you can push it out of the way, sometimes you can't. You just push through it. A lot of these branches in here are dead. There's not enough sunlight during the spring and the summer for anything low to grow. Only the big trees grow. So they grow like crazy as they're saplings, and then they die. So a whole bunch of these standing bushes and stuff are dead. Let's see if we can cross the stream now. Crap. I'm not doing a good cross right there. Ooh, that's quite a climb to get out, though. Y'all are gonna watch me get wet. I'm doing it. Alright. Across, now we just gotta get out of the creek bed. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, made it. These hiking boots I got on are waterproof up to the ankle, so that comes in a little handy. If I was wearing my regular Wellington boots, that would not be the case. Having fun yet? I'm out of breath. This fat boy is having a little trouble. But I'm still having fun. I think my hope of finding the deer at this point is pretty much gone. I'm just hiking now. Just looking, stop every couple of feet and every couple of yards and look around, see if I see some fur, but it ain't gonna happen. What I think happened was I shot and I probably hit him high, maybe even above the spine. Or I hit him high and it missed all the vitals, went through his rib cage and out the other side. I don't know. Or maybe it just nicked a lung or something and he'll survive it. I don't know. But there was a lot of blood there by the entrance. Whole lot. Man, it is some beautiful country out here though. This is awesome. Look at that. Canopy goes way up. It's just amazing. All right. Back to hiking. See y'all later. Well, after the very sad, very unsuccessful retrieval of the buck that I shot, I'm gonna do a little sighting in of the rifle. I think it's possible that I bumped the rifle somewhere along the way. I haven't sighted it in literally 2 years because it's been dead on every time I've pulled the trigger. Just freaking awesome. Ask Todd. Yeah, hit a coyote through the legs of the feeder on the run with that rifle. So it's been dead on. There's no reason it should be out, but it's possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it. As far as I tracked that deer, or as far as I tracked into the woods, I didn't actually track it. As far around as I walked, I didn't see any more blood at all. Didn't see any sign of that deer at all, besides 15 yards into the brush. So I'm gonna say he's still alive. I'm gonna say he's gonna survive and we'll get him next year. Because any deer that just keeps on going for that long, I mean, I bet I went 300 to 500 yards into the woods looking for that stupid deer. That's a long way. So, anyways, gotta check the rifle. I'm not gonna be able to see it, so I'm not even gonna try, but I set up a milk jug about a third of the way full of water, 100 yards away. And I set up my blind, which I'm gonna put at the feeder in the bottoms. Went ahead and set that up here. I got my shooting stick and I got my chair. So I'm going to set up inside of this blind and test it out, because I haven't done that yet either, and see how that goes. And then, assuming the rifle's on, assuming the blind works out, and I can use the shooting sticks okay, I will go and set up this blind down in the bottoms next to my feeder, and we'll wait for night. That is it. So, let the sighting in commence. Alright, it's a little after 1 o'clock on Sunday. Got a little shade set up. There's a view of camp. Super exciting. So I am eating some lunch, and then I'm going to read a little bit. Maybe listen to my book on tape, Melissa. And then, I don't know, about 3 o'clock, 3:30 or so, head out, go sit again. Not sure which blind I'm going to sit this time. I did sight in the rifle, and it is shooting right, just a little bit, about 2 or 3 inches. So, rather than mess with the dials, I think I'll just Kentucky windage it. Just kind of work on aiming a little bit to the left. If I mess with those dials too much, I'll never get them straight again, and it'll really mess things up. Also went down to the bottoms and set up my pop-up blind. Tried to brush it in as best I could. And it is so calm out here. There's hardly a breath of wind. Maybe it's just the spot that I'm sitting in, but it is so dead calm. Kind of cool. So, I will report back later. See ya. Well, I'm sitting in my pop-up blind, looking at my feeder. It's only 50 yards away, so I kind of have to be a little quieter. And I'm too tall for this pop-up blind. I'm having to crouch down. I might have to bring my camp chair next time, because this one just sits a little bit too tall. But we'll see. I don't know if you can see it or not. So that's where I'm at. It's only about 3:30. So I've got a long time to wait. Good morning. It is day 3. I am in the blind on the big open field. Sorry I didn't film anything last night. Wasn't too exciting of a night. I sat in the pop-up blind and didn't see anything. Nothing came out. Listened to acorns drop and squirrels and birds flutter by, and every time an acorn fell out of a tree, I thought it was a deer. It must be the season for acorns to drop. It's really annoying. But that's okay. Today's gonna be a better day. Yeah, I got a little bored last night. Not gonna lie. Sitting by the campfire for 3 hours. Ate some dinner. Listened to some music. But it's a little boring. Wish somebody else was here just to talk to. Sorry, I got y'all, right? Seriously, this vlogging thing is kind of cool because when you're alone, it does kind of feel like I have somebody to talk to. That sounds weird, but you know, you have thoughts in your head. But when you verbalize them, it sounds different. You know, it feels different to get things off your chest. Sound like a freaking woman. Sorry, Melissa. But it's true. When you get those thoughts out and somebody hears them, it's different. It has a different feeling. So I can't imagine just sitting around for 5 days, 4 nights, and not being able to talk to anyone. I'd be talking to myself by the time it was done. I am talking to myself. Anyways, I say anyways a lot. Walked all through that forest yesterday morning. I hope I didn't scare off any chance of deer. And that's the end of the morning hunt. Oh well. Didn't see a thing. And this hunting stuff's hard. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. Try again tonight. Back in the blind for the evening hunt. Feeder went off just a few minutes ago. And waiting to see what we see. Lots of buzzards circling out here. They're not circling my deer though. They're down that way. It's not my deer because I didn't get him. But anyways. I wonder if you can see the feeder. You see it? Sitting out here enjoying the fire. It's Monday night. It's kind of nice out here. It's cool, but it's not near as cold as it was the last couple days. There's my fire. Going good. Melissa says tomorrow is supposed to be in the lower 80s. That's pretty dang warm for deer hunting. So, if I remember correctly, it actually gets warmer on Wednesday. So I might call it tomorrow. I'm gonna check out the morning hunt, and then after I get back, I don't know, if I don't see anything, I might just pack it in. Kind of disappointing, but at this point, it is what it is. I need to quit saying that. I say that a lot. uh, I'm just surprised I haven't seen as many deer as I would have hoped. I mean, I did a fair amount of traipsing around. I went down there to the bottoms and set up that blind. I walked through the woods over here by the campsite, not way down there, but walked through the woods and looked for squirrels and trees. Didn't find anything. And then, searching for that buck, I walked through the woods. That was, Saturday night, and then Sunday morning. So that definitely spread my scent all over the place in the woods, and when I did that. So maybe that turned them off. Maybe it was the weather. One of my buddies at work thinks that it's a campfire. when deer smell campfire, they're not going to come out. Okay. I'll tell you what. Every deer lease in Texas, well, almost every deer lease in Texas, starts a campfire as soon as they get in. And they have one every single night. And there are tons of deer that are killed real close to those campfires. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just an animal. And animals still want to eat. So, put out the right food and they're going to come to it. Man, I would have expected to see a hog or something. I'm just really disappointed. Oh well. Such is life. Better luck tomorrow, hopefully. Good night.